So yeah, that battle was literally won by 5 freaking critters at the end. Their critter support comes in clutch on these hits here. Now we've got all the heavies coming out from the heavy choppers. The seeker support. I believe this is the one that came down to 4 heavies and 1 seeker. So there's my 1 There it is. Yeah, that's the one where it came down to 4 heavies and 1 seeker. Skull Army, week 1 of Boom Beach Warship Season 67. Heavy weather is wrapping up, and what an emotional roller coaster of a first week it has been. The ups, the downs, the insanity, the everything. And in today's video, I want to talk about the success that I've had with my Captain Borealis account, especially today on stream, where I was able to push from rank 15 to rank 17 flawlessly. The proof is in the log here. Starting things off with rank 15, boss fight to rank 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, and then my boss fight for rank 17 against Bud here. A flawless rank 16 to rank 17 push, and I want to talk about the tech and the strategy that I was able to do this with. Good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly and neighborhood SkullCrusher, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And in today's video, I want to talk about my 5 ER strategy with Captain Borealis. And we're jumping right into the tech tree right now, because I want to talk about the tech that was able to make these hits happen here. Now, gunboat will go a very long way. Well, of course, your gunboat will go a very long way. Your gunboat energy will go a very long way here. So you want to max out that gunboat there. And even if you do have any of these GBE nodes selected, that will make this hit easier. It will make the gunboat energy management much more efficient. The boosts that I currently have are building health plus 50% and troop damage plus 50%. So no additional gunboat energy on this account here. So you do want to make sure that your gunboat is maxed there. And of course, if you do have this gunboat energy node selected or this gunboat energy node selected, it is going to make the hit much more efficient. Not to mention, a tick 4 flare will go a very long way. And you know what? Maxing it might not even be a bad idea. But right now, you know, we're still able to accomplish this hit with a tick 4 flare. And on top of that, most of this tech is going to be when you do jump into 5 engine room. But before you make that jump to 5 ER, you got to branch off to the left from this Doom Cannon right here. Pay your Cryoneer tax and then pick up Private Bullet. Tick 4 minimum. If you can max them, once again, all the better here. And then when you do make it into 5 ER. 5 ER is an offensive path, which is top, or a defensive path, which is bottom. Captain Borealis, we did go top path here. So we unlocked mech. No love for the mech, though. We didn't upgrade it, though. Max the laser rangers, max the seekers, and of course, max the heavy choppers here. Not to mention, of course, I never mentioned it, but your heavies, of course, should be maxed, which you most likely did in the very first day of the season here. So with the tech out of the way here, now I want to talk about the 5 ER strategy to make this possible here. So again, we're going to start things off in the log here, and we're going to work our way up to that rank 17 boss fight here. So this was against Assad here. Now Assad did fizzle here. Now this was the very first hit for the streak here. Now we were still trying to get this hit down here. So you're going to see Bullit with 3 bolts of heavy choppers coming off on that far left ramp here. Critters coming out to clear the mines. And we actually used 2 boats of laser rangers here. Now this actually worked against me here. I should have gone 5 boats of heavy choppers, which you're going to see moving forward, and then 3 boats of seekers here. Kind of trapped ourselves here, and the laser rangers did not last very long here, but I believe Private Bullet's ability was Shock Knuckles. So after this hit, I do believe we switched it over to Taunt, but yeah, there you can see Shock Knuckles doing an excellent job pinning down those defenses there. But then we did delay 3 bolts of seekers, and this is where it worked against me, because since I didn't drop that engine room right there, the seekers directly took the path to the closest ER, which unfortunately was that one across the gap here. Now, we still managed to drop this last engine room with 1 heavy chopper, and this barrage of seekers making its way across the map here. This was lucky, guys. This was lucky. Critter support right there, and this ultimately came down to 4 heavies and 1 seeker. Oh, no, that's not this one. That's coming up later. You're going to see that. Beautiful hit nonetheless. Boom! Goes the Dynamite. Moving into coffee here, this was 249 to 139. So at this point, we're starting to fine-tune the hit a little bit more. I believe you're going to see Bullit and 5 boats of heavy choppers coming out, and this time we're keeping it tight to the left here. We should have directly flared the engine room, but as you can see, we kind of flared close to that mortar first, and then we went directly to the ER. That did chew up valuable gunboat energy, and this is what I'm talking about with you want to make sure you have that extra gunboat energy node to make these hits more efficient here, because your critters are very limited. I think you can only do at least 1 toss until you start dropping those engine rooms, and then a beautiful delay drop of 3 bolts of critters there. I didn't talk about how clutch that first critter toss came in there to clear those 2 shock mines to open up the madness for the Seekers here, but that was a beautiful hit right there. And for the remainder of these hits, you're going to see Bullit, 5 heavy choppers, and 3 Seekers. So now we're going into Sunshine here. This was my boss fight into gold, 221 to 115. So this one was a little bit different here. You're going to see, well, I mean, we should have gone for this one first, but a little bit different. We completely ignored that front ER. Bullit and the 5 heavy choppers are making their way tight along the left side there, making their way to the top left engine room. We then directly flare that top left engine room and let Bullit and the heavies do their thing. You're going to see a couple taunts coming out here because at this point we are using taunt. It is probably the best ability to use for this hit here. Look at that, especially when you're pulling in everything and opening up the heavies to deal as much damage as possible. That was a clutch critter toss right there. So now the Seekers go directly to that closest engine room that we skipped. We've got 2 heavy choppers that are working on that far right engine room. Now we've got all the heavies coming out from the heavy choppers. The Seeker support, I believe this is the one that came down to 4 heavies and 1 Seeker. So there's my 1 there it is. Yeah, that's the one where it came down to 4 heavies and 1 Seeker. And sometimes that's as tight as it's going to be. Not to mention that we did have reinforcements. Oh no, everybody did die. Oh, no. Bullit was making his way up there. But yeah, that literally came down to 4 heavies and a Seeker for the win. So right there, sometimes it really does come down just to a few troops, which is pretty cool. So after Sunshine, now we're doing our flawless push into rank 17 here. This was Ali Shah here, 246 to 120. Again, staying true with the hit here, you're going to see Bullit, 5 bolts of heavy choppers coming out on that left ramp. And this time, check this out. I think we directly flared the engine room. We've learned from the previous few hits while managing that gunboat energy that it's much better to directly flare that engine room if we can. We then had to follow up with the reflare because Bullit did get clipped on a shock mine, and Bullit is a big part of this hit. That momentum is everything, taunting the world there. All those defenses being illuminated orange. And as you can see, delayed boat of 3 Seekers coming out, delayed drop of 3 bolts of Seekers coming out, Bullit with the taunt doing everything he needs to do to pull in that Doom Cannon surrounding defenses, and those Seekers working together with the critters, Seeker and critter support, blue on blue, baby. Boom! Goes the Dynamite. That was a fun hit right there. I love seeing the Seeker and critter support, the Seeker heavy and critter support. It all comes together very, very nicely. Then we've got my Chinese character friend. This guy did a really good hit as well, but this was probably without a doubt the best hit that we did all push here. This was 310. Not only was it the best hit, but it was the fastest. 310 to 236. So I liked how all the engine rooms were up top left. I like how there was no shock launchers. So you're going to see the 5 bolts of heavy choppers and then Bullit coming out because I want these heavies to activate these shock mines, not Bullit, not the critters here. But now you can see we're directly flaring that further engine room as we're activating taunt here. So we've gone from the mid engine room to the mid right engine room. And now you're going to see the direction change to the far left engine room. And Seekers are doing an amazing job as Bullit is taunting the world here. And this one just came together like a symphony. Beautiful hit right there. Chinese character friend did a phenomenal job as well. Unfortunately, fortunately, we were just that much better. And now we got Kyle. Damn it, Kyle! No, I'm kidding. 43 seconds. Kyle gave it a valiant effort here. 223 to 43. Check out Bullit and the 5 boats of heavy choppers coming out on that left ramp there. We're going to speed this one up just a wee little bit more at ×4, but you're still going to get a good understanding of the hit here. This one, we didn't directly flare the engine room. We took the free clear approach, which also did save a little bit on gunboat energy. And there's that delayed drop of 3 boats of Seekers. Very important that you make sure you drop that engine room because unfortunately, sometimes you're going to be left with the fact that your Seekers will go the complete opposite direction to the ER that is in their line of sight, their line of fire. Sometimes it's ridiculous how it works out, but that's what makes engine room placement so important to really throw off the Seeker players. But of course, my heavy choppers did finish off that last top right engine room. Beautiful hit right there as the momentum keeps moving forward. Now we've got Jude here. This was 220 to 204. Check this out. You're going to notice Bullit and 5 heavy choppers coming out on that right side there. This time, we kept it tight on the left, unfortunately. Didn't directly flare that top left engine room, but now we are directly flaring the ERs. This one does have the shock launchers, which does add a little bit of excitement, a little bit of mustard in the bottle here. That was such a clutch critter toss right there. And look at that. Seekers making their way up here. Didn't even need, look at that. That's actually heavy and critter support for the finish there. Actually, no, that came down to freaking 5 critters to take down that final ER. And of course, I don't think my Seekers, yeah, they were absolutely toast on this side. So yeah, that battle was literally won by 5 freaking critters at the end. Their critter support comes in clutch on these hits here. Seriously, regular critters over crystal critters, at least in 5 engine room. After Jude, we've got Paco here. Pacho. This was 234 to 210. And this one came together like a symphony, keeping it tight on the left here. You're going to see that free clear instead of that direct flare to the engine room. No shock launchers, which was beautiful. And this also does save on a little bit of gunboat energy. And again, when you don't have any additional GBE on those nodes, free clearing sometimes will be the best option, keeping it tight on the left here. But look at that Seeker transition here. Seeker and heavy chopper and critter support. Beautiful. Seriously, beautiful. Boom goes the Dynamite. And this is where it gets real, boys and girls. On stream, the whole 9 yards, baby. This was the boss fight, the first attempted boss fight for rank 17, and a valiant effort. Actually, not even a valiant effort, an amazing effort on Bud's end here. But we were that much faster at 251 to 236. And you know what? Right when I saw this layout, I knew it, man. There's Bullit, and my heavy choppers were going directly to that engine room. Check out that Doom Cannon range. Beautiful Doom Cannon placement to make this happen. And there's the delay boat of Seekers. Check out this critter placement. Oh! Beautiful. That one critter toss got all 3 freaking shock mines there. Absolutely beautiful. And look at that, directly flaring the engine room, Seeker and heavy chopper support for the finish in a beautiful 251 time. And that was enough mustard in the bottle for rank 17. And you know what? I'm pretty excited for that rank 18 push, which we should be doing now. But you know what? Today was such an awesome stream. I wanted to talk about the strategy because I believe we did have the most success with Captain Borealis. All 3 of my accounts are in 5 engine room right now. So Skull Army and friends, let me know in the comments what you're doing for 5 engine room, what your plan will be for 5 engine room, and what your mindset will be going into week 2 of Boom Beach Warship Season 67 Heavy Weather. My friends, if you have made it this far into the video, please do not forget to leave a like. It does mean the absolute world to me, does help the channel grow, and yes, of course, it does appease our YouTube algorithm overlords. We will officially be wrapping things up. I think it's now time to make like a Tom and cruise. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace!